guys, and welcome back to the Chaotic Gardener. It is actually Saturday today, and super excited because, as you know, when you have a garden, often lots and lots of maintenance and refreshing needs to happen quite often. Pardon Venus, getting very excited there. So today I have gone and got some more peanut shells to refresh my pathways, and I'm so excited because that just kind of makes the structure of the garden just pop a little bit. I also have spent some time during the week cleaning out some messy areas and weeds, so I'm feeling a little bit better about things. Lots still to do, but it has been a fun, entertaining week. So I thought we could spend some time refreshing the pathways. I'm going to start at the front and work my way back so that at least the front looks nice and beautiful. And I'm going to put a fairly thickish layer down to hopefully squish out all the weeds. So I did put on quite a thick layer, which I could probably spread out a little bit more, but I actually want it to be fairly thick so that it keeps out the weeds that grow in the pathways and make it look nice and fresh. So I'll probably need maybe 3 or 4 more bags just to finish the pathway at the end and at the back there. But for now, it's looking remarkably fresher and way nicer. So I'm super happy with that. Have a little walk around. Fixed up the bed that Venus destroyed. Parsnips looking good there, so it doesn't look too bad, but that's the pathway that needs refreshing, and at the back there. Otherwise, it's looking good, and that section would be nice paved or something. It's a nice solid space to sit, but I'm happy with that for now. Here we have a freshly watered garden, and it's been done in peace. There is a rare occurrence these days to have the sprinkler going on in the actual garden beds. Venus has been taken for a walk, so we have a little bit of time to do things that include water, because we all know that Venus is a water lover, definitely of the host pipe, so that would just send her over the top. I do have help in the garden today, which Venus found most delightful early hours of this morning, because the gardener was digging and pulling out weeds, and she thought, oh, here's a friend who does exactly the same things that I do. I must be digging, and proceeded to dig holes right next to him. So I'm feeling quite good about my pathways. Just bring everything together and make everything look refreshed. As I mentioned, we still do need a few more bags, but that we will get to in time. So here I have 2 bags of composting chicken manure. It's not completely composted yet. That Rob, when he went to take Venus for a walk this morning, phones me and says, please go down the road, up the road, round the corner, and on the side of the road there's Delani, and I have bought 2 bags of chicken manure for you. So you may or may not know, but chicken manure is very good for your vegetables, but cannot be placed directly onto garden beds because it is too strong, and it will end up burning and ruining your roots of your vegetables and flowers. So this has started to compost quite nicely, but I think I'm going to leave it a little bit longer, probably just in these bags, and in the nice warm days that we have here, it should compost down quite nicely, and maybe in a week or 2 it will be ready to be used. There's not, it's like black gold already, that's what they call it. If you let it go down, it becomes black gold. It's really quite nice, but there are some clumps there, so just to be on the safe side, we'll leave it for a few more weeks and then add that to the garden. It will be delightful. The flowers will be very happy. This fencing system is to keep Venus away from this little patch that she seems to love, I don't know, running and digging in. So all the grass has been messed up here and is currently dead. So hopefully that will give that time to rejuvenate. We shall water it up as well. Winters in South Africa are quite delightful. There's lovely warm days generally. The days are fairly warm. What we consider cold at 18 degrees, other people consider extremely warm. So we are very blessed, but it does become very dry here in Durban. Not much rain during this time, so it is nice to be able to give the garden a good soak in without Venus getting involved. Venus is the topic of conversation today. And this morning we woke up to a post from my nephew on Instagram who lives in Thailand, and they're having hectic rain at the moment, and his house is flooded, and so he is having to deal with that extreme of trying to salvage furniture and vehicles, literally water in the streets up to their armpits, which is a completely devastating place to be in. South Africa has had floods in the last couple of years, and we are still, some of our roads are still being fixed from that, and homes destroyed, and it's a devastating place to be in. So much love and thoughts go out to the people in Thailand who are battling with that flooding, as I'm sure there are places in other parts of the world that are suffering greatly from massive droughts and water restrictions. So yeah, this morning kind of put into perspective how sometimes we as humans think we are in such control, but in reality, are we? Or is it actually nature that is in control of us? And it's kind of I find it quite humbling and something to kind of remember. We may think that we can have a certain amount of control over things, but in reality, the control is not ours. It is so super cool having somebody to help you out in the garden when your foot is sore and you just can't get down into the areas. So we have some piles, but those piles mean that all the spaces behind and that were covered in weeds have been cleared and look stunning again. So some spaces are nice blank canvases to hopefully get some other plantings in maybe in the rest of the season, preparing for summer as well, which will be just round the corner. Feels like we just started winter though, but oh, that is looking good. So grateful to have help today. And I know another pretty chaotic video and doesn't make too much sense, but thank you for spending the time with me in the garden. Hopefully in the coming weeks we'll have a little bit more structure, but a good refresh and realigning is always good for the brain and for the soul and for a clean way forward. So if you want to continue sharing in my chaos, please do subscribe and follow. I hope you all have a fantastic week. Until next week, bye.